Hey there, YouTubers, unboxing video time. So, you know, we usually do mainly computer parts. Occasionally I will throw in some other stuff, power tools, and this happens to be one of those. Well, of course we also do gaming videos, a lot of gaming videos, but occasionally I will throw in something like this. This is should be a 12-inch saw, similar to that guy but bigger. Got it off of the good old Amazon, and it's renewed, so I saved a couple $100 on it. Otherwise I may not have been able to purchase this. Huge box. I'm thinking this almost cost $50 just to deliver. I mean, this thing weighs a ton. Well packed too. Wow. I have to have my son come back and clean up this mess I'm making over here. So we're getting there, folks. Bag of hardware. Now the real question is, will I be able to lift this up out of here with one arm? Wow, folks, I can tell you, I am pleasantly surprised by this already. Like I said, this is what I've been working with, this old piece of junk. This is the new compound saw. Wow, thing's massive. All right, folks, so by the end of the video, I hope to have this thing fully assembled. Well, for the most part, it's fully assembled, but actually plugged in, and we're going to cut up some firewood with it. Now I've got all these chainsaws, and I find that certain types of logs are just easier to cut on this, and so that was one reason I asked to buy this. One thing that I found curious, I wasn't sure if it was going to ship with a blade like all the ones that you would buy brand new, and there is indeed a blade there. And this does look pretty impressive. So, you know, not necessarily my area of expertise is these, but just in case you are curious, try to get some different angles of it for y'all. So there's the saw, and then in the bag we have this stuff. Alright, so obviously we've got some instructions here, or a operations manual. It does include a little Allen wrench and some other tools, some sub-fence devices, your own, I guess, large hex head screw wrench, and then I imagine that's part of the fence system. So some clamps, or one clamp. So that's what you get, folks, and I'm going to fire this up so you can get a demo of it. Alright, so before operating this, obviously you should read the owner's manual / instruction manual. I'm going to go ahead and put our sawdust collector on, otherwise this will get sawdust everywhere. And so the only other thing we've got to do is go back to our instructions and figure out how to unlock this saw. Alright, so this pin here will allow this to travel up, and putting it back in will lock it in place. Seems a little on the itty bitty side for such a massive saw. Alright, so we want to adjust this to the 0 degree. It looks like it's at 50 degrees. So we're gonna push down on this, and actually, okay, so the little this red arrow right here tells you where you're at, and we're at 0 degrees. All right, so before we get started, this is definitely a very powerful saw, and it would be smart, just like with all saws, to have the proper protective equipment on, personal protection equipment, and PPE. So for this, you know, you want to have safety goggles. You want to have probably gloves, and also in addition to that, it would be wise to have hearing protection. So let's go ahead and take a look at this in action. And like I said, I'm planning on using this for cutting of lumber, so it'll fit in the fireplace properly. Now this piece is actually pretty close to the right size. We're just going to trim off a little off the end, and you see it's marked here to keep your hands clear, so hopefully this will stay on here. So some of this might have not got recorded. This is where you shut the laser on and off. Okay, off, on. I'm going to keep it off, and so far pretty happy with this. Now, I don't have a tape measure on me, but you can see there's pretty good clearance there. This is going to get a much larger piece of wood in it than I was able to do before, which is going to make me really happy, because it's easier for me to drag a huge branch over and cut it on this thing than get the chainsaw out every time and tune it up and all that good stuff. Keep the blade sharpened. So this is going to save me some time. Hey, thanks for checking out the video. Please like, please subscribe. Thank you.